Hi, this is Warner Crocker, GottaBeMobile.com, coming to you with another GottaBeMobile.com InkShow. And before we get started on today's subject for the InkShow, let's take a moment to thank our good friends at Mobile Demand, makers of rugged tablet PCs. Head on over to www.mobiledemand.com and tell them the gang from GottaBeMobile.com sent you. We'll be happy, they'll be happy, and we'll be able to keep doing these InkShows, or at least we hope so. All right, what do I have here? Well, no, this is not an iPad in some fancy big stand here. No sirree indeed. This is actually a real tablet PC. This is the Motion F5V. It's Motion's update to its round of rugged tablet PCs. They have now the F5V and the C5V. The C5 was originally intended for the medical profession. The F5 is for other professions that might need something a little bit rugged as well here. And this is sitting in the dock. You see the dock's white. This is black. The C5V is probably going to be white. I think my colleague Sumukat's going to be taking a look at that for us here as well. I've got the F5V here and it's in black. Let's hit the eject button on the dock and we'll talk about the F5V. We'll come back and talk about the dock in just a second. All right, here it is. Big distinguishing feature, the handle. I really like this handle. You know, when I first started seeing pictures of the original C5 and then the F5, I was like, you know, that handle, I don't get that. But boy, since this is the second one of these that I've reviewed, I think I took a look at the C5 a while back. Really like that handle. It makes a great handle, but it also gives you a great way to hold it when you're going to be inking here. And yes, it comes with a stylus. And there's a garage for it right back there. It's got a tether on it here. You can see that this is very natural to be doing some writing with here. But anyway, let's take a quick tour around the device and see what we've got here. I'm going to get up close to the camera. This is very black, as you can see, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything I'm pointing out here. You see the Motion brand right there. Well, right behind that is a camera so that you can do webcam-like video, if you will. Here in the handle, these two dots here, and here. Dual array microphone. Here's your control buttons here. You see this cross here, that's for navigation when you're trying to move things around your screen. These buttons, this is a function button. Press it and this button, you can rotate the screen. Press them simultaneously, you can rotate the screen around. This button is programmable. This brings up Motion's control pad, dashboard I believe they call it here. And if you can see this little kind of half moon there, that's your battery life indicator. Screen is nice and flush to the case there. Feels very nice, got that white border around it. You can see I've been working with this a little bit. Perhaps you can see the screen does get some fingerprints. This is not a touchscreen device. This is an active digitizer. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Let's come around here. You can see here is the barcode scanner. Here's our power on off button right here. Here we have our fingerprint reader. Here's our security button there, and here we activate our camera. And then this is for our RFID scanning right here. Then down here under this little rubber latch we've got power. We've got a USB 2.0 port on that side. Coming around to here, you'll see we have two buttons here. This one here is for barcode scanning to activate this, and this is for the RFID, which I guess I didn't realize, but that's radio control, because you see there's no optical scanner here at all. I guess it's just picking up waves from through that there. Okay, nothing else across that side there. On this side, all we're looking at here is our fan vent, and then across the bottom here we're looking at our dock connectors right there. Okay, now on the back side you'll see a couple of things. Here's our camera so that we can take pictures, and this works very, very, very well. Looks like there might actually be a flash in there, but I'm not sure about that. This is our battery compartment. Push this button here. You see you also got a battery gauge right there as well. You can pop this battery out, try to do it for you here pretty easily, because what's great about this is that it's hot swappable. If you've got extra batteries, they're charged up, you're in the field, you're getting low on battery life, you just, well, you put it in the right way, and boom, you're ready to go again. So that's a nifty feature that we've got here, and this little indentation or sleeve here is to help guide it into the dock. That's basically what you're looking at here in terms of the device itself. Now let's go ahead and boot it up here. You can see probably the green light here. Now watch the camera get dim on me as you get this very bright screen. Again, not a touch screen, so you will need to use a stylus. And let me just say, it's been a real joy to work with this active digitizer screen on this and do some inking. I'll show you some of that in just a second. But let's talk about that very, very bright display. It's View Anywhere. It's a HIDIS screen, okay, and so you've got a 180-degree viewing angle and very, very bright. In the text review of this, I'll list some of the mini specs about this particular screen, but it's also covered with Gorilla Glass. I think this is the first tablet PC that we've seen Gorilla Glass on, so it's nice and sturdy there, and it feels it, but it doesn't seem to be adding any real weight to the particular device itself. Like I said, I love the handle because I stick my thumb in it just like this, and I can sit and take notes all day long. This is running Windows 7 Professional. Let's go ahead and bring up Journal here. And of course I'm bringing up the tip. Oh, does that feel nice. Boy, does that feel nice to be inking on this particular screen. Let me get up close here. It may just blow, just completely blow out the screen here, but this feels like a wonderful inking experience. The ink just lays down very, very nicely. Pardon my handwriting there, maybe you can see it there, and just feels excellent. You can rotate the screen around to any of the different orientations that we have here, so that little bit is user configurable, if you will. Now, a lot has been said here in the wake of the iPad about tablets that, revisionist history, if you will, that, tablets are niche devices. Boy, you can tell how bright that screen is. Maybe you're seeing the glow on my face. Look at that. It's making my chin look bigger. But anyway, pardon me. And tablet PCs, yes indeed, were niche devices. This is a niche that Motion has identified for itself with the F5 and the C5. C5 for the medical industry, the F5 for other industries that might need something portable and mobile to lug around with them and do some work on. This reminds me, and should remind you, that tablet PCs are indeed for getting some work done. When they're built with such wonderful engineering, like this particular device is, even though it's priced way above a consumer market, as we think of that these days, as we're looking at prices and that kind of thing. You can understand perhaps why some people overlook that, but Motion has a winner here with this. I think the original C5 and then the original F5 that followed it were winners as well, and I personally would love to see them find a way to make this available to other markets. My profession, the theater profession, for example, this could come in very, very handy. There are a number of professions that take notes. Wow, imagine that. There are some folks who actually do write emails that have more than nope and yep in them as far as that's concerned. And there are folks who actually do need to do some work with a stylus on a device like this. And I think this is a device that could be very attractive in a number of professions. I can see my technicians taking this thing and tossing it around the stage, but we won't get into that. I like what I see here. Like I said before, I think Motion has a winner. There's not much to dislike about this particular tablet PC. If this is something that you're looking for, again, it's running Windows 7 Professional, so you can run any Windows app you want on this sucker and do it quite well. You know, I think you should seriously give these particular tablet PCs a look for motion computing. Well, I think we've covered everything on that. Let's quickly take a look at the dock here. This isn't going with you. This is heavy. This is a lot heavier than the actual tablet here. I don't know what the weight is. But, you know, here's the eject button here. You saw how this fits in relatively nicely. It just slides right down in there. So this would be on your desk or your workstation, that kind of thing. What we've got here, we've got VGA out right here. Coming over here to this side, we've got a LAN port, we've got several USB ports, and of course we've got a power right there to deal with it. So this could dock in. You could have things up on a larger display. Because this has Bluetooth, you could use a Bluetooth keyboard or hook in a USB keyboard should you wanted to do that, and you could be working either right here on this or on a larger display depending on how you wanted to set that up. It's a very nice arrangement as far as that's concerned. You know, what's magical about this, it's been magical about any of the tablet PCs that we've seen with docks. We're sitting in here, we're ready to go. We hit the eject button, we're on the road. Okay, that's a great thing. We're carrying it all with us right here. All right, well, that's a look at the Motion F5V. We're pretty excited about this here at GottaBeMobile.com. Or at least I should say I'm pretty excited about this. As much as I like the convertible tablet PCs that I've been using from Lenovo, from HP, and that kind of thing, I could really see myself using one of these Slates in my work a lot, since it does involve taking a lot of ink notes in rehearsal and that kind of thing. This is Warner Crocker from GottaBeMobile.com saying, hey, thanks for tuning in and checking out this InkShow. Also, we want to remind you to check out our InkShow sponsor, Mobile Demand, at www.mobiledemand.com. They make rugged tablet PCs as well. Head on over there, tell them the gang from GottaBeMobile.com sent you. And a big shout out and a big thank you to Motion Computing for allowing us to take a look at this review unit. Like I said, I believe Singlecat's got the C5 that he's going to be taking a look as well, so we'll get to see both of those. Got any questions, let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. This is Warner Crocker from GottaBeMobile.com saying, hey, we'll see you on the next InkShow. Take care.